She played 13 instruments as part of what some consider to be the first ever K-pop group. Soo Kim is our guest this week on Nevada Week in Person.
Support for Nevada Week in Person is provided by Senator William H. Hernstadt.
Welcome to Nevada Week in Person. I'm Amber Renee Dixon, and the three women you just saw are the Kim sisters. An agent discovered them in South Korea, where they sang for U.S. troops stationed there, and they later became the first Korean artist to perform in Las Vegas. It's here where the siblings made their home, and also where Ed Sullivan first noticed the trio. After numerous appearances on his show and decades of entertaining audiences on the Strip and around the world, one sister continues to call Southern Nevada home. Soo Kim, musician, entertainer, and trailblazer, thank you for joining Nevada Week in Person.
Thank you for having me.
And you were going to tell me a story about what we just saw.
Yes, I was going to tell you, somebody put it in, the people watch that and they say we are the first K-pop group, because K-pop is very famous now. But I don't think we were first K-pop group. But that's what they say, so I accept that. It's okay.
So you disagree with it? Why?
Yes. Well, because our mother formed Kim's Sisters. So K-pop group is like an organization. They form them, they raise them, they teach them. But our group was just boom. Just we went on and performed. The Charlie Brown you just showed, someone put short version of it. I couldn't believe it. 6 million people watching it. And they all say we are the first K-pop group. So can I argue with that? I cannot argue with that. We just go along with that,
Okay, and so when did you first see that video?
My sister passed on, Asia, who is a dynamite out of the three of us. She was really something else. And she passed on 1987. Her husband, who also passed on, he sent me a first video of 22 Ed Sullivan show we did. I don't know how we got it.
You did 22 Ed Sullivan shows.
Ed Sullivan show. See, Ed Sullivan show was alive. I have no way of watching what my sister does. I can't even watch myself. So I had no clue how I'm gonna get that. But he sent it to me, video. And first time I watched, I cried the whole time. And second time I go, dang, we were good. Because it's a live show, nobody made a mistake, So if we made a mistake, I don't think they would have shown that YouTube anyway. Yeah. And third time, my husband and I enjoy watching it. I go, my gosh, my sisters were very good.
As were you.
We were on stage all together. We moved together, we sang together, play instrument together. No way of watching them.
Right, so after you performed,
yes,
it was live, you would leave the show and nobody gave you a copy to go watch after.
We never had a copy. We didn't think Ed Sullivan was that big either.
No?
No, we had no idea what kind of show there was, variety show. Our manager just said, go on, you're gonna go on this show. We did our thing. That's it.
Well, let's watch a little bit more
Sure.
of you doing your thing right now. Oh, how cool. You are in the middle, correct?
Yes, I'm playing tenor sax.
Okay, and this is unique because usually you told me you're the one playing the only instrument.
Yes.
And why is that?
No, solo.
Solo instrument.
Solo instrument.
Like here, what we're watching here.
Yes, solo. The reason why I did all the solo, Asia and Mia, my two sisters, are singing higher note. They had a tremendous voice problem. They have they had to go to doctor. So I said to myself, you know what? we cannot just sing. Of course, we learn instrument because our mother, she gave us a, idea. But I said, we need to change our program a little bit. So while they're sleeping, they needed to sleep, 8 hours sleep, we go on. Let me tell you something. Our first show started 1:25 a.m.
Oh,
Las
here in
Vegas.
in Las. You went
in
on
Las Vegas.
stage at
on stage at 1:25 a.m.
Oh.
until the 7 a.m. We got 30 minutes on, 10 minutes break, 30 minutes on, 6 shows at night.
Wow.
This is why they couldn't carry their voice that much. So what I had to do, all right, we gotta have a change program. So we will play a lot of instruments to save the voice. That's why all the solo part, I did it. Not because I'm better than them. They could have done exactly the same thing, but I had to save their voice.
It was a strategy
That's right.
to allow them to rest their voices.
That's right. While they're sleeping, I was in the living room practicing solo, and that's how it was.
And it was also your mother's strategy to
Yes.
have you play instruments in the first
Well,
place.
here is the thing. My mother was a very smart and wise woman. She said, there's a sister group, Andrews sisters, McGuire sisters, Fountain sisters, DeCastro sisters. They're all over at that time, 1959. You guys go to America, even you sing better than them, you're not gonna be kid. You have to play instrument. So she knew we were talented because we were seeing our parents in show business since I was 4 years old. So she got an idea, these girls are talented. So I started with the guitar first, then tenor sax, then on and on and on. But my mother is the one who gave us idea. And I'm so grateful. She's my hero. She gave us idea you go to America, you want to be successful? And by the way, she said, when we left Korea, she looked into my eyes, says, don't come back unless you're successful. Do you know what kind of a pressure that was? But I knew we had to become successful. So practically, we slept, we work, we rehearse. No date. She told me, your girl is not gonna date until you're 23. I said, why? We didn't even date in Korea anyway. We were working all the time. Why? And she says, when the boys comes in, group breakup. How right she was.
Tell me about your mother. I believe you told me that she was also a hero in South Korea, or is. How so?
My mother is huge. She is like Elvis Presley in Korea. Not that kind of song, but she made this one she recorded. She was 19 years old. She recorded this song about Mokpo, one of the harbor city in the south side of Korea. And she made that city very famous. So that song became second national anthem. Even today, they don't know my mother, but they know the song. That's the way how it is. I went back to Korea 2 years ago. I heard memorial, and I went on stage, sang her song, and I realized that how much these people worship my mom and love her. And every singer in Korea sings her song, even today. That's how big my mother is. And unfortunately, she passed on early age. 1951, our father was captured by North Korean, and they assassinated him, and she was left with the 7 children. First time they took him in the police station. Then they kept him about 3 days. They let him go. Second time, there were 7 soldiers with a machine gun. I remember very clearly they came to our house and they opened the door. They handcuffed him. He didn't have shoes. He didn't have any decent shirt. That was the last time we saw him. They put him in the jail for 3 months. My mother will go see my father, and he was already shaved his head. And he was a pretty heavy man. And see my mother, he will not look at her even, just go home to children. So she comes home, and I remember, sorry, I gotta come down. She was hitting the floor, and she would cry. Why? And I remember this so clear today, you know. She doesn't understand why they have to take him. And my mother had to support 7 children all by herself. We didn't have any money. We didn't have any rice in the house. At the time, they used every penny to production for the Cleopatra. So there was nothing there. So we would lay down, 7 of us crying, Mom, we're hungry. We had a shag. Our house burnt down. So little shag, we lived in 22 people. And then she will go there and tear the scenery. They used to draw the, material, white material, and draw the scenery. She will tear that and wash it. And she rolled up and carry on her shoulder, go to North Korean soldiers to sing her song. They all knew her song. She would sing that song, get a couple of a rice bowl, and come home and put it in her children's mouth.
So then you have to start making money for your family, and that is how?
No, my mother. My mother had a group of singers that after my father. So she started singing for GI troops. And, I remember she was so beautiful on stage singing for GI troops. And she turned around, she thought about it, just by myself. It's hard to carry on like 22 people feeding them. I need your guys' help. I'm gonna form the Kim Sisters. So first time, me and my older sister tap dance and sang. And I remember, chibaba, chihuahua, angel, la, la, kukula, kumba. This is the song we sang. Then my mother said, you know what? I'm gonna form the 3 Kim Sisters. So first debut, we don't know the English. We don't know what we sing.
But you have to perform English songs because
That's
you're
right.
performing for U.S.
The
troops.
first song she got from Black Market is All But a Milk Sky. Candy and Cake, Rosemary Clooney. Now I found out later what the song was all about. We just sang and our vocabulary was terrible. You know how that was. But these 3 little girls go on stage and sing, and these GIs just fell over. They loved it. So we sang the same song until we learned next song. That's how we made a debut, our first through the GIs.
Sue Kim, thank you so much for joining Nevada Week in
Thank you so much for having me.
And your story is so remarkable that we are going to be splitting it into 2 parts, so make sure that you tune in next week to Nevada Week in person to see the rest of this fascinating story.
We thank Las Vegas, gave us this wonderful life. Yes, and it's time to give it back.